Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brookfield High School tonight for a WIAA girls basketball here in Zaleski Sports in the Milwaukee area. Glad you guys could join us here tonight. Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck. We got a huge Greater Metro matchup here between the number 11th ranked Brookfield East Spartans hosting the number 2 ranked Wauwatosa East Red Raiders. This is going to be a really fun game tonight here, folks. Buckle those seatbelts. We got to really, I'm saying buckle your seatbelts before the game. That's just how tense this game is going to be tonight. Talked with both coaches pre-game. Both coaches fired up about this game, but we're locked in, right, Matt Peck? We're locked in for a really great girls basketball game tonight.
We're locked in, and I'm pulling up the Zaleski Sports rankings right now because there's probably some Tosa East parents saying, How in the world are we number 2 when we're 17-0?
Who's won again? Was it?
I'm going to look right now at the girls' rankings here. So on our website, we do. It's Madison Edgewood coming at number 1. It's about the seed score. So technically, Madison Edgewood would play the tougher schedule and the tougher wins. But you know, Wauwatosa East is still number 1 in the coaches poll for WIS Sports. 17-0 a year ago. We're going to talk about that team quite a bit throughout the broadcast, especially what they did a year ago. Able to get to the state tournament and pretty much defied all odds and got there as a very young team. But they're older now. And they're proving themselves here right now in the season.
Mary Merck's team, who's the head coach of Tosa East, who's done a great job coaching this team the last couple of years. A state appearance last year, just fell short. I believe they lost to Notre Dame, was it? It was Notre
semifinal. Dame. And then another thing I'll point out here in the rankings is they're 0.007 decimal points below Edgewood right now for technically the first overall seed in Division 2.
Edgewood's not undefeated, right? They're not.
No, I'm not sure, but it's obviously between them. Edgewood, Beaver Dam, Whitnell, and Wauwatosa East right now.
And this is by strength of schedule, too, for the most part, that determines seed score. But, this is going to be a really fun game tonight. The first time these two teams met, it wasn't one to remember for head coach of Brookfield East, Tyler Saxton's squad, who they lost 70-50. But keep in mind, that game was closer than a lot of people thought, 33-31. Brookfield East was down by in that first half, but then Mary Merck's squad outscored the Lady Spartans by 18 points in the second half. 37-19 run Mary Merck's team went on to Red Raiders did. But we'll head to the national anthem right now, and we'll get starting lineups right after this on Zaleski Sports.
With the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Brookfield East would like to salute all those who are serving and who have served in the armed forces. For all veterans, past and present, we thank you for your service. To honor America and those defending our freedom, please stand for the national anthem, performed tonight by Karina Evenson.
Broad stripes
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Minks-Lott alongside Matt Peck with you here tonight. Starting lineups first for Tosa East, number 5, Emma Close. Number 12, Mackenzie Hawk. Number 22, Ellie Dupre. Number 24, who is one of the big names to watch tonight for Tosa East, Michaela Litza. And number 30, wait, hold on here.
Spartan Knights
Number
here.
32, Evelyn Antzak. And the starting lineups for head coach Tyler Saxton's squad, who's 13-3, 9-1 in conference. Number 3, Maya Kovacic, who's a junior. Senior number 4, Addison Doyle. Senior number 13, Ella Schroeder. Sophomore number 23, Josie Pierkowski. And junior number 24, Adeline Schoen. This is a really great squad that head coach Tyler Saxton's put together, as well as Mary Merg, even better squad for her, who the Lady Red Raiders have been, it's nothing but wins so far this year. 17-0 start to the season, 10-0 in conference. It's just been that picture-perfect year for Wauwatosa East.
Well, I'd like to say that at one point. Brookfield East was at state, not last year, but the 2 years before that, they were, I think, lost to Kettle Moraine one year and lost to Appleton East one year. Obviously, the Kettle Moraine squad a couple years ago, nobody was beating them. They have a girl that's with Minnesota now on that team. The last 2 years that Brookfield East, I think, played them. But this is a tough squad game. I mean, obviously, you had a bunch of good teams around the area, but this shows that the Spartans have been pretty successful the last few years. And Wauwatosa East getting that groove of becoming successful. I should say they are successful right now, but, like, they're getting in that groove of staying successful.
Some key names to watch out for on both squads. As I said, Michaela Litza, number 24 on Tosa East, leading the team, scoring with 16.7 points per game. She has several D1 offers, including offers from UW-Milwaukee, Ohio State, and DePaul.
Wow.
So this is going to be a very fun one. Glad you guys could join us here from Brookfield East High School. It's number 11, Brookfield East versus number 2, Tosa East. And a 3-second violation to open it up for Tosa East. Got to kind of lock in a little bit here early on. Just kind of caught sleeping on that first possession. And the name to watch out for Tyler Saxton's squad is Maya Kovacic, leading the way scoring.
I remember hearing her name a couple years ago when she was a freshman. I think she was on this team as well.
4-year starter?
Yeah, I think she might be. So
you followed this pretty well.
Well, I just remember hearing like just bits and pieces, obviously, and following a little bit more now as we start to cover girls basketball more here. Obviously, last year we didn't.
She holds several D1 offers as well as right on cue. But this is Josie Pierkowski to get the scoring started for Brookfield East.
Yeah, early on, obviously Tosa East had that 3-second call in their first possession, but
and Tyler Saxton running a 2-3 zone right now, kind of trapping the corners and everything, as a 3 on the right side is no good. Stepping out of bounds, though, is Adeline Schoen.
So it'll stay with Tosa East. So, yeah, Tosa East, I was just talking about a year ago. That's when they probably became well known, is when they took that state run last year, that kind of like that Cinderella story that we focused on. And we saw them at state last year when me and you were up there. And obviously lost to a Notre Dame team that was, let's just say, on a different level. And Mary Merg's team was obviously very young last year, and they still are very young. So you're going to see them for a while here.
There's elevator door screen to open it up. And a bounce pass out to the top. Litza is going to control it from the top with the key.
Yeah, Litza's, like you just said, one of those players that you got to watch. She's very dynamite out there.
Good deflection that time from Kovacic.
I'm not sure how much she averages per game, but I'm sure it's quite a bit. I thought I looked it up, but I just can't remember.
These inbound plays are very important, as got to get the ball in through that 2-3 zone that Brookfield East is running early on.
Yeah, Brookfield East so far early on playing some pretty good defense here. They won a revenge from last time. Ooh.
Going up with it is Litza. She traveled with it, actually. Great defense right there from Josie Pierkowski, who has the lone bucket in this game so far. Tosa East playing a big press early, just like they should.
Yeah.
Like I was saying with the key player of the game to watch for Brookfield East, Maya Kovacic has several D1 offers from Eastern Illinois and UW Green Bay as one of the big schools. This is women's Green Bay, not Doug Gottlieb's squad. That's having a pretty stressful year over there.
Yeah,
that's 17 straight now. Lost.
It matches Wauwatosa East winning streak.
No,
but theirs is losing streak. But we're talking about the guys here, not the women's team.
3 other people other than Micaiah Litza to score in double figures for average points per game. Audrey Sellinger and Ellie Dupre and Emma Close all with double figures on the average per season. That's a pretty good squad that Tosa East has. As a 3 is good from Kovacic, and it's a 6-0 start for Brookfield East. Tosa East looking to go fast now. It's the Battle of the East tonight.
Yeah, East and the East boys are playing each other over there at Tosa East. We've seen the Brook East boys a lot recently. Obviously against Germantown, and obviously last Friday night against Tosa West.
Hawks going to feed it into Micaiah Litza, feeding it out to that left corner.
And there we go.
3-point shot's good.
Tosa East needed that one here early on. They seemed like they were struggling a little bit with Brook East's defense on the first few possessions.
Ellie Dupre, this press is not going to be too hard to break right now early on, but no, they walked with it.
Yeah, I was going to say
Quick fast break look, a little bit of a cha-cha.
I was going to say there couldn't have been no foul there because there was nobody within her when she put that layup up.
So Micaiah Litza taking it from the top. Correction with the starting lineup. Cassie Krause is in the game to start the game instead of Evelyn Antzak. One of their key players, Audrey Sellinger, is out with a stress fracture. Head coach Mary Merck tells me pregame. Going up with the strong right-hand finish that time is Mackenzie Hawk.
Yeah.
And just like that, it's a 5 after that 6-0 start from Brookfield East. 5 unanswered for Tosa East. Going to be saying the word East a lot today.
East.
And a steal that time. Good double team.
Just get the word West out of your head.
Tosa East looking to go fast. Litza for 3. There.
Oh, she does that best.
Micaiah Litza, her first tray of the night, and Tosa East back up in front. You got to feel like there's a lot of pressure coming here as another steal. Oh, a foul called on Kenzie Hawk. A little bit of pressure as you look at that whole Tosa East bench. You could tell everybody's amped up for this winning streak. Yeah. That's just how you know that the culture at that school with their basketball program has taken a big shift since last year.
Well, we'll talk about the culture at the school overall. The football team got a lot better this year as well. I mean, they went from winning like 2 or 3 games to going second or third round in the playoffs this year. They brought back one of their old coaches. So Tosa East Athletics is overall on a rise, and obviously they had that 2021 state championship boys team in Division I.
Speaking of football coaches, has Marquette still not hired a coach yet?
I don't think so. Not that I have heard of.
That's a little bit off track of our game here, but I was just curious.
Yeah, well, it's Greater Metro, so
just curious.
It counts. Obviously, the Greater Metro girls affiliates,
DSHA. Going to feed it outside. I don't know why. Brookfield East giving them a lot of space. This is a team that could shoot. This team averages 74 points per game. Their season low scoring in a game is 60. Ooh. So you got to be able to score to beat a team like Tosa East. They're looking to go fast now across the court. Hawk going to feed it back outside. Litza. Pump fake on the drive, crossover, and it's deflected out of way, and it'll stick with the Red Raiders.
Yeah, we unfortunately lost out on our Friday night game.
Yeah, that's
Pewaukee Whitnall because they don't allow any outside streaming right now. So
got a backup though.
Yeah, we were going to actually go to the boys' side of things and head to Franklin High School.
Plan next week, Tuesday. That was a potential girls' game though.
Yeah, not Hortonville.
Homestead against
Hartford.
Hartford against Homestead.
I'm thinking Hortonville Homestead last Saturday because we were about to do that game. I got Hortonville in my mind. But we will see Hortonville in February at the El McGuire against
Tosa East has got to fix some things up early on here. That's a 3-second violation in the paint. Matt Peck, you know I know how that feels from last weekend when I coached my rec team, right? Coaching my big man, try to keep him outside the big lane.
The interesting part is they never called him the other team, and I witnessed it many times with the other team. It's like the refs said Monday.
I thought they called that a line and rec.
Yeah. They sure call fouls whenever they want. Sometimes they decide that when a kid shoves down not to call a foul, but then when a kid barely gets touched, foul. So it all depends in that type of situation.
Haley Schneider, Maya Kovacic still has the ball at the top. Avery Manti, that's a familiar name we've heard from when we covered Brookfield East. Manti's going to pull up for 3. No, that's not Manti. Excuse me, that was Pierkowski. Slap outside, and it'll stick with Brookfield East.
I was going to say, I heard a slap there that time.
Got to give some credit early to Tyler Saxton's team early on staying with it. I mean, they stayed with them the first half, but that doesn't mean nothing early on. Another wide open look for three, no good, but a put back. Oh, air ball that time from Manti.
Yeah, Tosa East, early on, they obviously got the lead for the first time just a couple minutes ago, but some things they're struggling with early on, like you mentioned, 3-second violations twice here early on.
We'll say it's a lot of good ball movement right now for Tosa East, though. They are moving that rock around through that 2-3 zone, and
another one.
Some more happy feet from Tosa East, and it'll go right back to Brookfield East.
And we talk about turnovers can absolutely kill a game.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen that with a couple teams, especially on the boys' side.
You remember what happened with Oak Creek and Middleton? That was like
yeah, well, that was one of my examples.
20-something turnovers that game.
Yeah, and they almost still won the game, which is the crazy part.
Speaking of Oak Creek, though, man, they got a really good squad going now.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, good find. In the paint, Avery Manti with their first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and we're going to have both boys and girls on next week, so Oak Creek, Franklin girls. So you'll see the Honorable Steve Haluknik for the first time on the network.
Not the most memorable year, though, on the other end for Franklin, coming off of a state appearance. But new head coach Laura Barzak, good to get them on.
Yeah.
Oh, three-point shot on the other end. Hannah Christensen. And how about this? Everybody, it's been a new player to score every time in the starting lineup for Brookfield East so far. That's why I like to see it. A coach always loves to see that.
Spread the ball around, yeah, exactly.
Spread the love.
That's huge because if one player goes down, at least you can rely on another player to score. Because say you have one player that averages 30, the other averages 6. What happens when that player gets hurt or can't play that day? Or once they leave because they're a senior? I mean, this is a good thing that Brookfield East has running here with many players being able to score.
Litsa going to get the screen from the right. On the drive, kick outside. Top of the key, they're going to give a good look for a three. And evens us up, and back and forth we go here, folks.
Yeah,
that time it was, what number was that? 13?
I think
that
so.
Was Lindia Kalambuka.
Tulsa East kind of showing why they're 17-0 with that. They can hit clutch shots there like they just did.
But like I said, this is like a pay-per-view type game, except you guys don't have to pay, obviously, but this is like, it feels like a pay-per-view game because, I mean, Brookfield East, they're not a team to mess around with either. One of their biggest wins was against a Edgerton team whose one loss came to these Brookfield East Spartans.
And Brookfield East has been challenged by some teams that were not slightly as good, going back to their game against Oak Creek a couple of weeks ago. Oak Creek, who obviously is struggling very much out of conference this year.
Litsa going to get a good floater. I don't know. You don't want to give her that all night. That's a bread and butter move right there for her.
Back to my thought. Brookfield East can close out good games, close games. Like they
Tosa West last week.
Yeah, they were challenged by some teams out of conference, and they were able to close it out.
Christensen goes glass off of that one, missing it. Looking for a travel that time, but going into the paint, Ellie Dupre. Let's see who the foul is on.
Fouls on Annie Doyle, her first personal, teams first. Ellie Dupre for 2.
Ellie Dupre will go to the line for 2 free throws. Fouls on Addison Doyle. How about this? I just noticed this too as well, Matt Peck. We got an all-female reffing crew tonight as well.
Yeah. Yeah, something that's not seen a lot around. Obviously, it probably is seen a lot, but
you see that a lot more in the NBA now too.
Oh yeah. Well,
1 for 2 goes Dupre. She's got 4 points now, and a good find in the paint. Ball moving to Christensen. She's got 5. And we're within 1 again.
This is looking similar to the first half last time these two played. It's just the second half that went disastrous for Brookfield East last time.
See, the thing is, the thing with Tyler Saxton's squad is if it's going to depend on if they can't force too many turnovers. They turned the ball over a lot in that second half, and that's why Tosa East outscored them by 18 in that second half last time these two teams met December 10th.
Yeah, it's something that Tyler Saxton's definitely going to want to avoid this time, and obviously he's probably got a better game plan for it.
The thing with the zone right here is they're going to get a wide open look. Oh, I'm surprised they're running a 2-3 zone right now. 2-3 zones usually give up open looks for threes, and Tosa East, they're a team that knows how to shoot the ball.
Yeah, I mean, like you said,
scoring 74 points per game on average.
Yeah, that's very, you don't see a lot of girls teams doing that, especially, so that's very remarkable. And once they get further up, like in the state level, they'll be hard to beat if they can maintain that.
3-point shot off the front rim.
And obviously want to point out, Tosa East got to play West Salem in a couple weeks, the other Division II team that was in the state tournament last year. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Where are they playing that at?
I think they're playing them outside. I think they're playing there.
Oh, at
is
Tosa East?
No, at West Salem.
Oh, West Salem.
Which is
if it was at Tosa East, I would have definitely thought about that game.
Yeah.
That would have.
It says location or time. I forget what's TBD, but it says at West Salem. So I don't know if it's a classic somewhere.
Mary Merck putting 4 different players in here. Number 3, Malaya Taylor. Let's check in back in, and Hawk, as well as number 5, Emma Close, right back in this game. Looking at the leading scoring for Brookfield East side, they got Maya Kovacic with 18 points per game, Josie Pierkowski with 13 points per game, Addison Doyle with 9.8, and Hannah Christensen with 9.6 points per game. So looking at their schedule lately, as the refs are going to do a little bit of a conversation.
They're talking with Coach Merg as well over there on the other side. Probably just clearing something up. I'm not
just
so
some
sure
clarity
what
here.
All right, we're going now.
All 3 of the losses for Brookfield East have been really good losses. They've only lost to 2 in their home opener against Kimberly.
Ooh,
they
that's
lost
a good loss.
to Tosa East, obviously,
Yeah.
by 20. That was their biggest loss of the year. Kettle Moraine Lutheran lost by 6 recently.
You name those teams off, and I literally just said that to myself.
Yeah.
Kimberly's number 1 in Division I this week.
Tosa East 2
Yeah.
and D2.
Well, yeah, 1 in the actual.
1 in West Sports.
Yeah. So they're both 2 number 1s, and Kettle Moraine Lutheran's pretty good too. Muskego even lost to them. So.
Deep 3 shot is good that time. Looking like college range, and we might have to call the fire department pretty soon for Hannah Christensen. She's feeling herself early, but Tosa East can't respond on the other end.
I just opened the phone app on my phone. I haven't dialed 9 yet, but we're gonna get there if we hit another shot, especially a deep 3.
Low scoring from when we saw, or when these 2 teams met the first time. The halftime score was 33-31 Tosa East. As going up in the paint. Christensen trying to stay hot. As Ellie Dupre is going to be called on the foul. Second team foul for Tosa East.
I mean, other than Wisconsin Lutheran boys when we have them on a couple times, but how often do you see a team that's got double-digit wins and no losses on the network? That's pretty impressive. You got to play good games down the stretch.
I don't think there's any guys teams that are undefeated anymore in our area.
I don't think so. And that's the thing, is you got to play good basketball all 17 games to be undefeated. Even if you're in the worst conference in the state, which Tosa East is obviously not, but saying if they were, you still got to play pretty good basketball because you can have a trap game, any type of those things.
Tosa East got to find a little bit of a strategy right now for Hannah Christensen. She's got 10 of the team's first 18 points for Brookfield East. And Christensen, one of the big seniors on this team, she's coming off the bench too, so maybe the game plan wasn't too much for her tonight. On the Jumbotron, or on the scoreboard, she's at 8 points. Maybe that's what she's at. Averaging just under 10 points per game, just like I said before.
Yeah, Tosa East starting to play that tough defense. Look at that.
Kaya Litza lobbing it in the paint. Great defense right there.
Something that's very needed for Tosa East on that possession.
Litza going to feed it out to the right wing. Couldn't get that Kawhi Leonard type bounce. It's going to go right back to the Spartans.
You bring up that Kawhi shot, and I still remember watching that on TV. My mouth went open. I just couldn't believe it.
It's too bad, man. That was the team that eliminated the Bucks that year. But I'm grateful for that. The Bucks won the 2021 chip.
That's all that matters at this point.
And 2025, soon to be, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep, Glenn Rivers going to take him. Don't worry, I know his name is Doc. I just call him that as a joke.
Calling his legal name, huh?
Yeah. There we go.
Going to go out of bounds and stick with Brookfield East. Checking in for the Red Raiders, Cassie Krause. Checking in for Allie Dupre.
Yeah, I've been impressed with both these teams' defense early on, honestly. They've both...
She's still feeling it.
Oh,
Hannah Christensen was going for her third triple of the night in this first. Going to bounce pass it to that left baseline. And a foul on the shot.
Fouls on Hannah Christensen, her
Hannah Christensen will be called for the foul, her first of the night.
Yeah, I remember.
Second team foul.
Speaking of Coach Mary Murg, obviously a standout at Whitewater. I forget when she graduated. I think it was obviously many years ago now. But just one other thing I remember is listening to her press conference last year. Obviously, we were at the Girls State Tournament at the Resch Center in Green Bay. And just she seemed like she was the most motivated coach about the team's future. Sitting there at the table like, oh, well, we have pretty much no seniors on the team.
I don't even think they had. I don't even know if they had any last year. That was the thing.
And this year they only have two.
They have two, yeah. With Mackenzie Hawk and Cassie Krause being the only ones. Oh, going off glass that time. Adeline Schoen. Back on the other end now. Oh, miscommunication that time on the pass.
I see a timeout coming here any minute. Like I said, though, we were talking about this earlier, me and you even on the way here. We said Brookfield East is going to come to play today. They lost last time with a second half collapse. They're going to be ready to play. They want to be able to be tied for this conference in the Greater Metro heading down the stretch. So they're going to want to come play today, and so far they have early on here.
I think that adds more motivation from when they had that really bad second half.
Yeah.
In that game, I think head coach Tyler Saxton can agree with me on that too from last time these two met up. The reason why that game wasn't that close after the end of that game. Oh, bounce pass. Good read that time from Makaya Litza. And look at that. Bodies falling over the floor. Both teams want this one tonight.
Yeah, and it's why we came here tonight. We said, hey, this is going to be – we planned this game over a month ago.
Who requested this game?
Well –
I mean, we both did, yeah.
Yeah. But we even got a message from the coach that said, hey, we're playing Brookfield East. Well, actually a couple games that were mentioned, like games that she said that would be close. And I'm like, I said, Brookfield East, I saw. Like, how good
looking at the
playing.
first matchup, I was like, but looking at that first half, that last time they played, I was like, well, it's closer than we thought. And maybe Brookfield East, just like they've done so far tonight, they're feeling more comfortable at home so far.
Yeah.
The three-point shot is no good from Josie Pierkowski. It's going to go back to Tosa East. I think that 2-3 zone really working right now. The shots just really haven't been falling early on for Tosa East. Kaya Litza. And drive through that screen. Yeah. Emma Close. Back to Litza is going to try to feed Hawk in the paint. And this is just that great zone defense on the traps, driving in the paint. But Litza does it even better to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Pierkowski on the foul. Makaya Litza will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, up until a couple of weeks ago, speaking of the Pewaukee Pirates in girls basketball, they were undefeated too until they lost to Arrowhead and actually nationally ranked as well. And that's when they fell, and Tosa East became the only area team to be undefeated. So a couple of weeks ago, Coach Murg had another team over there who used to be in Division II a year ago and who won the state title. And that's another thing I was going to bring up too. Tosa East doesn't have to worry about facing Pewaukee or Notre Dame Academy in the state tournament because they're both up in Division I now with the performance factor, and that's a huge – because those two teams are really good, and obviously they still got some other good teams I got to worry about too. Don't get me wrong. They're not clearly out of the path, but it takes a little bit light off the shoulders.
Kovacic going to 5 feet a wide open. Showing she can't hit that 3-point shot. It's going to go right back to Brookfield or Tosa East. Scoreboard has been kind of the same lately for Brookfield East. They've started to miss a couple wide open shots that Tosa East has given them, but couple breaks right now for the Red Raiders with shots going on the other end. But here we go. The zone defense really working, but Litza's shot is blocked that time. Addison Doyle really getting the fingertips on that one. Going in on the drive. Oh, can't get it that time, rimming out for Kovacic. And just like Tosa East has done all night, they're looking to run. Kicking it outside the right corner. No good. No. lid on the rim right now for both sides, as Ellie Dupre can't get that one to go.
Yeah, it's been a struggle here for Tosa East here in the first half with some things, especially making shots, and Brookfield East has been playing spectacular defense here.
Top of the key three off of an off-ball screen. That one can't go as well from Addison Doyle. Kyle Litza, oh, what a bounce pass in the paint to Ellie Dupre, and that's just that laser vision from Litza to feed up an open girl that time.
Spectacular pass. That was what Tosa East needed. They needed something because they hadn't scored in quite a long time.
Doyle thought about the three. She's going to drive into the wall of Kalambula. Kovacic going to spin at the free throw line. And look at that.
Oh,
Kalambula
wow.
with the physicality. And it'll be a foul on Kalambula. But you got to love the aggressiveness if you're head coach Mary Merg in types of games like this. As head coach Tyler Saxton going to call timeout. We got a thriller here. 3:06 left to go in the first half. More girls basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports off of the inbound. Lost my pencil. Oh, it's right here in my lap. It was in my lap the whole time. We're back here on Zaleski Sports, 20-18 lead for Brookfield East as they can't hit a three, but an offensive rebound for Ella Schroeder. Gonna feed it back outside to Maya Kovacic. Just going to reset it now. The 2-3 zone now going for Mary Merck's squad. As they're trying to get a signal for a play call right now as Kovacic from head coach Tyler Saxton. Going to feed out to Kovacic. She's going to fire a three. That's good.
Oh, wow. That's huge for East, I'll tell you. I bring Brookfield East.
Can't hear you. Wait, actually I can now. I was tripping. 3-point shot was good. What were you saying, though?
That was
Kovacic?
huge for Brookfield East. I said East, but I'm like, there's two Easts playing out here.
And now Litza's going to get a wide open three. She can't execute, but a rebound by Kalambula. And she gets fouled as she tries to possibly go out. I don't know if that was in the shooting motion. Ella Schroeder's first foul, 4th team foul for Brookfield East. As we will take another 30-second timeout. 2:01 left to go. 11th ranked Brookfield East leads on number 2, Tosa East.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
The cross looking. Oh, we back? Back here on Zaleski Sports. You might have heard me singing the Kanye West song, but Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck with you. We got a thriller here on Zaleski Sports here in the Milwaukee area. It's our first girls basketball game in a while as number 11th ranked Brookfield East putting some pressure on the undefeated foes in the Tosa East Red Raiders, who are number 2 ranked in our Zaleski Sports poll. Number 1 in the WIS Sports. I believe Brookfield East number 6 in WIS Sports poll in Division 1.
Oh, boy.
A little bit of trouble in the paint. Yeah, I think she walked with it in the paint that time. Sadie Kubacki that time. And whether it was 3-second violations or travelings, you've seen a lot of that so far from Tosa East. That's been the struggle early on this first half that they got to clean up in that second half.
Yeah, here early on, there's been some struggles here, like I mentioned earlier, for Tosa East that maybe they're not. I haven't watched a lot of them, so I'm not sure if they've had those same struggles. But obviously, Brookfield East has probably got to like where they're at right now.
Oh yeah, you can tell they're cooking with that home court shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, home court advantage doesn't mean too much in high school sports, but maybe for these guys, these girls, I should say.
Ooh, what a pass.
Oh, good tip that time. I think it's just a block that time. Tyler Saxton doesn't like the call. Doesn't like the no call, I should say. Kaya Litza, top of the key, only 6 points. She averages 18 points per game. Trying to get her going a little bit. She's going to get a floater and she goes glass. They're going to need her to get going even more if they want to get back into this game. She has 8 now on the night. So the deficit down to 3 now. Brookfield East leads in a thriller, a big defensive matchup. Both, I should call this a 2-3 zone matchup. Both teams playing 2-3 zone defense. Having trouble is Addison Doyle. And move the ball around even more. Out to the top of the key. Pierkowski. Showing. They might even just try to hold this for the last shot, but even more pressure coming from Kalambula. There's a double team coming. You got to like this defensive intensity right now if you're Mary Merg. Just don't do all this for nothing for them to get a bucket for the half if you're Tosa East.
If a final shot comes.
Got to go. Yeah.
If a final shot comes, our clock is a little bit behind, so.
Kovacic on the drive. No foul called. The half-court heave. Oh, hit the front of the rim. Micaiah Litza had, it was just short of a half-court, maybe like more than a half-court shot. That could have tied it at the half, but we got a thriller here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 11th ranked Brookfield East leading on number 2 ranked Tosa East. This is going to be a thriller. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports. You want me to do a score update on Twitter?
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com. Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
For scoring.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 23-20, Brookfield East putting Tosa East on upset alert early on right now. So we're going to do a little bit of scoring updates before we head to another game break. Leading the way for Mary Merck's squad is Micaiah Litza with 8 points. Elliot Dupre with 6. Linda Kalambula with 4. And Mackenzie Hawk with 2. Let's round out the 20 points in that first half for Tosa East. Brookfield East leading scorer for Tyler Saxton's squad is Hannah Christensen, who was a flamethrower in the first half with 10 points. 6 points for Maya Kovacic. 3 points for Josie Pierkowski. 2 for Avery Manti and 2 for Adeline Schoen to round out the scoring for the 23 points for Tyler Saxton's squad. But you got Tosa East has got to be careful here heading into the second half. They might be handed their first loss tonight. We just never know, but you'll find out after this on Zaleski Sports. Second half coming your way.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Now we are
back here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vinksla alongside Matt Peck. 23-20. Brookfield East leads on Tosa. Wait, hold on. Brookfield East. Yeah, I think I said that right. So many East tonight. Brookfield East leading on Tosa East 23-20. Got a really entertaining game for you guys here tonight on Zaleski Sports. We brought you guys a really great game in the Milwaukee area. Before we begin the second half, I'm going to read our game day sponsor tonight. Tonight's game is sponsored by Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need at all the lowest prices. So we're going in here to the second half with a low-scoring game. I'm going to bring back what happened last time these two teams met at Tosa East. Tosa East had a 33-31 lead at half, and they took over that second half, forcing steals and getting fast break opportunities to outscore Brookfield East by 18. Let's see what Mary Merg's approach is in the second half to try to keep their undefeated streak alive. Keep in mind, 17-0. That's on the line right now.
Yeah.
But if you're on Tyler Saxton's side, you got to be very pleased with what you're seeing. But you got to imagine the message in that half is cannot take our feet off the gas, just like what we did last time. Last time you only scored 19 points in that second half. This time you want to keep that momentum going, as I see already Ella Schroeder kind of talking. They're already getting into huddle, kind of getting that game plan going into the second half. But I expect a lot of adjustments for both teams early on.
Yeah, I love in the first half what Brookfield East defense looked like. It was pretty good, outstanding.
Like I said, again, it's a 2-3 zone battle tonight, and Brookfield East is winning it. Whoever makes most threes is going to win this game. I'm calling that.
Yeah, that would be a good point.
Now a good steal right off the bat. Maja Kovacic, leading scorer on the season for Brookfield East is Maja Kovacic. Great steal to get it off here. Maybe they're trying to do what Tosa East did in the first time in the second half and force turnovers and try to build a big lead. It's going to be hard to do against a team that's undefeated, though.
Yeah, Tosa East obviously shown, I don't know how much they've been down, if they've been down at all in their last few games, but obviously can't go up to Coach Merg right now and ask her that. But
and back to that man-to-man defense, almost gets the roll, Kovacic, and it goes off the hands of Pierkowski. Right back to the Red Raiders. Kyle Litza going to take it up the floor. She's the leading scorer for Mary Merck's squad with 8 heading into the second half. She can get hot fast in a hurry. I'm going to call foul right there, a block.
Ella Schrader with her second personal, team's first and a half. Tosa ball.
Good find in the paint to Litza. Through a double team. Great defense. Wow. And they're going to kick it outside. Great looks. Krause on the bounce. Great kick outside.
What a pass.
Flyby. And the floater is off the front rim for Emma Close. A little bit close on that shot, I should say.
Yeah, that
was close.
Hit the front of the rim that time. Tosa East having a hard time hitting those tonight. It's just been a struggle for them a little bit. Typically, I'm sure Mary Mark's squad's not at 20 points typically coming into the second half, but
that's why you got to give a lot of credit to Tyler Saxton adjusting it with that 2-3 zone in the second half. Been running it the whole game, and they've been running with it early as a three-point shot is true from Pierkowski, who has 6 points on the night, had 1 triple in that first half, make it her second in the second. So the lead doubled to start, and the Spartans on the board to start the second half.
That was a huge 3 to open up the half here for the Spartans, because now it's a 6-point game.
Litza going to get a baseline routine jumper. Can't get that one to fall. And Brookfield East looking to run and extend this lead even more and make him pay.
Yeah,
on the misses.
That's something that typically goes in for Litza. And when you're not able to put those in, and just the rim not being friendly, it could be a struggle.
A bit of an unusual start for Tosa East, a high-scoring team. Keep in mind, they average 74 points per game. As there's Micaiah Litza. She's going to get a fast break steal and the fast break lay, and just right on cue.
Yep.
That's what they got to do. That's what they did last time to close the gap and blow out these girls last time around, and that's what they're going to have to do this time around to get them back into this game. They had a lead last time, and there's another forced turnover. And they're just going to keep racking those up, passing it down the floor, close. Out to Litza, back to close. She's going to get a wide open look off the front rim. A little short on that one. 3-2 run to open up the second half. 3 minutes gone by in the second half. Gotta like the defensive attack right now. Mary Merrick going from that 2-3 zone kind of back to the man-to-man defense.
I think Mary Merck's team needs to utilize the paint more because they're shooting a lot of threes. Obviously, they're not able to go down. I think they got to try to go down low now.
Adeline Schoen almost nearly lost that one out of bounds on the catch. Shorter was trying to signal it in the paint. Won't get it. And, almost losing it is Kovacic. Gonna feed it back outside now on the drive. Going up with the layup. Can't get it to go. Tosa East. Right back to Brookfield East. I think we're going to get a foul called on Tosa East. A little bit of push off.
It seemed like it was.
No, maybe not. Foul on Brookfield East. I don't know. Did the ball go out of bounds? Didn't look like it. Let's see. Had to have been a foul.
That remains to be unseen.
They're going to call that on Christensen, if anything. So now Tosa East taking up the floor. They have yet to get some shots to fall as, there you go, good bounce pass from Krause to Micaiah Litza, who has 4 in the second half to go along with their 12 on the night. Back to a 2-point deficit. They just got to keep stringing those turnovers and getting those points off turnovers to really get back in this one. Trailed by as much as 4. I mean, that's not a lot. But it is for a team that's 17-0.
Let's talk about this one. How many good home games, boys and girls, that Brookfield East has had this month? It's not very usual. We're at a school 3 times in a month. But that's how it landed for us. And this is probably our last time here. Possibly this year. You never know what could come up in February. But I'm not going to quote that yet. But last time in January for sure here.
Maya Kovacic almost going up, saying it with her chest that time. But she's going to get some free throws on. The foul is going to be on Micaiah Litza. Her second foul. First team foul. You heard that too?
Yeah, I was like, who's talking like me?
Always got my phone in the background for replays just in case. First free throw is good from Kovacic. She makes both free throws, 8 points on the night from Maya.
That's huge because now it's tied.
Huh?
It's a tie game now.
No.
Oh, what? What am I doing my scoreboard here?
Come on, Matt Peck. Like, this is 4-point lead right now for Brookfield East. It's all right. People make them.
I clicked the wrong team when I was adding the points. I promise I didn't drink coffee today. I never do.
All 4 points of the second half have come from Micaiah Litza. It would be very helpful if they could get somebody else going as well with it. Try to close the gap even more. Cassie Krause loses the ball for a second but gets it right back. Micaiah Litza loses the handle. It'll stick with Tosa East.
I mean, obviously Tosa East down 4, 17-game winning streak on the line, but you still got 13 minutes left here. I wouldn't panic yet, but if you start getting under the 10-minute, 5-minute mark and you're still down, it's got to start looking at some things to change things up.
Wide open, top of the key three is no good. It's been one of the stories. Sadie Kubaki on the miss, and Brookfield East looking to have numbers in transition. Wasn't ready for it that time on the fast break was Avery Manti, but luckily they'll get the ball back and still have the lead with 12:36 left to go. Addison Doyle gonna hand it off to Maya Kovacic. Kovacic gonna hand it off on the drive. Doyle gonna be trapped in that corner, kind of bringing that trap corner defense back on the zone. If a team's good at three-point shooting, I wouldn't recommend running his zone too much, but a strong layup that time from Addison Doyle. Her first 2 of the night. And the tie for their largest lead of the night at 6 as a foul was called. Not a lot of Brookfield East people agreeing on that call. Doyle's second foul, second team foul.
Update on the boys' side of things in the Classic 8.
Are they still on upset alert?
No, Kettle Moraine is fight back and taking the lead.
Oh.
They're one of those teams.
Ooh, you got to be careful with the toes right there from Mackenzie Hawk.
She was
just
close.
able to recover. No call from the refs. As Litza, it's been all Micaiah Litza in the second half for Tosa East to keep them with the scoreboard running in this second half. She's got 14, all 6 of the points for Tosa East have literally come from her. Someone's got to stop her, Brookfield East, but Brookfield East keeps responding. Maya Kovacic starting to heat up now. It's stars versus stars. Kovacic versus Litza. And the new largest lead of the night for Brookfield East has almost a stole that time off the cherry pick from Addison Doyle. Gonna bounce pass it in. Mackenzie Hawk has a size advantage. Gonna feed it back outside and a travel. Turnovers have been the killer for Mary Merck's squad in the game tonight. We were saying that in the first half, whether it was them getting several 3-second violations or traveling violations. It's been killer to why they're losing this game.
I mean, you got to think if Brookfield East goes down and scores again.
Timeout is coming.
Yeah, timeout's got to be coming because that would put Tosa East down 9 or 10. So, yeah, they got to play defense. Obviously, they haven't been playing that bad of defense. This is Brookfield East has hit quite a few good shots here down the stretch.
It's going to be an on-the-ground foul. The shot's not going to third personal foul on Cassie Krause. So she's in foul trouble now, entering, I call that the danger zone of foul trouble. Once you get to 3 fouls, get 2 more and you're done. Got to be careful with those. Oh, now Litza's going to get called for the block foul. I think there's a little bit of a block that time on Litza. Now Micaiah Litza, this is a big one. She's got 3 fouls.
I think Mary Merg liked that call.
The key girl that's producing all the points for Tosa East in foul trouble now is a 3-point shot. Ooh, no good, but an offensive rebound. Tosa East wasn't paying attention, going for the glass off of the shot. And a little bit of a jab step from Addison Doyle. A bucket here would be huge for Brookfield East to continue to keep this momentum in this thriller of a game in the Greater Metro Conference in girls basketball.
I would think, yeah, like I just said before, if a bucket comes here, they're going to be calling timeout.
3-point shot from Doyle, no good. That would have been huge to get to fall to put them up by possibly 10. But a break from Tosa East. A 3-point shot on the other end is no good.
Wow.
From Litza. And running with it back on the offensive end now is Brookfield East. Malaya Taylor gonna take it in, kick it out corner. They've been getting a lot of great open looks for and making them pay cash money. And a timeout called from Mary Merg. You just knew that one was coming. Hannah Christensen picking up right where she left off with her 3rd triple. And ladies and gentlemen, Tosa East on upset alert for their first loss potentially. You'll find out more after this. More girls basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
We're back here on Zaleski Sports. 36-26, number 11th ranked Brookfield East leading on number 2 Toso East, putting the undefeateds on upset watch here. But this has been something here. Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Pegg. Glad you guys could join us for girls basketball in the Milwaukee area on Zaleski Sports. While we're at it, all of our fans in the comments, put down any game suggestions in the Milwaukee area for girls basketball in the future. We'd love to get some more of them on down the stretch as we enter February in the next week here. Playoffs coming soon. As a matter of fact, you could actually get Zaleski Sports VIP if you want to see in a couple weeks, or a week, or I believe it's a week from now. The bracket projections will come out. Only $5 a month on our Zaleski Sports VIP.
And you're paying $8 for a carton of eggs nowadays. You can pay $5 for Zaleski.
Oh, wow. Good defense that time from Hannah Christensen out the timeout. And this is just, like I said, this is uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Tosa East early on this year. This is probably one of the largest deficits they faced all year so far. The three ball has been the killer in the second half. Can they keep it going with the three ball? They can!
Oh, my goodness.
Bingo from Maya Kovacic. She's got 9 in the second half, and the lead just keeps growing.
This is insane. I mean, I'm just surprised.
Oh.
I mean,
in the paint, on the drive. Ooh.
So far here in the second half, Brookfield East, compared to last time, has really come to play this time. And I think they remember last time's game. They said, we got to try to get tied first place here in this Greater Metro Conference. And yet, Tosa East at 17-0, we got to try to end their 17-game winning streak as well. And right now, they're doing the right thing. But they got 9 minutes still left here. And Tosa East got to hit their free throws here, definitely.
Linda Kalambula can hit her first free throw. But their press has been working from early on, but the key thing is they cannot turn the ball over. Whether it's 3-second violation, traveling especially has been a big ick in the second half that a lot of people say.
Yeah, and the three-pointers is what it's been big for Brookfield East.
There you
here.
go. Good forced turnover right there from Mackenzie Hawk. Good read. Oh.
Right back.
But it's a little bit of a forced shot that time. That was a good look. But Brookfield East has been killing them with the three ball. Kovacic, she's been the hot hand.
It's going to be an interesting one here. Interesting ending here, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Just because it's an 11-point game, 9 minutes left, we still got plenty of time left to play in Tosa East. Like I said, very uncharacteristic with their scoring. They usually average 74 points per game. Brookfield East holding in the 28.
Wow, that is something, though. I mean, Tyler Sexton, I can't imagine those practices coming leading up to this game.
He's locked in right now. He saw what they had, what happened their first time out. They're trying to reverse that in the second game. And this would help them a lot potentially in the rankings if they could hold on the rest of this week. Oh, reverse layup. Oh, can't get that one to go that time. A huge break. Great look from Adeline Schoen. But now Tosa East looking to run. Micaiah Litza. 6 points in the second half, 14 on the night, and it's going to be a push-off on Litza. And this is danger zone for Micaiah Litza. She's one foul away from fouling out of this game.
Oh, my goodness. That's one thing that's really important that you point that out because obviously, like you said, Litza's their leading scorer. And
14 of the 28. She's got half of the team's points.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's – what do you do if you're Coach Merg? Because you don't want to take it – because they're going to – because just think about it, though. If you're Brookfield East, you're going to go right at Litza because you don't want her in the game no more. That's what you do in the NBA. If you get their star players one foul away from going out, you're going to charge them and try to get them out of the game. So
and that's a huge killer, and that's the huge killer to add on to that 11-point lead for Brookfield East. And they got numbers here, a 2-on-1 coming. Kovacic is going to slow it down. They can slow it down a look here. She's going to go off for a bank. She can't get that one to go. And a foul off on the rebound. You got to figure that could be almost a clear path foul, as it looked almost intentional. They're just going to call it an on-the-ground foul. Kovacic. It's her first foul. It's my phone.
I turned mine down.
I'll turn mine off. I don't know why mine keeps going up.
Unless somebody's listening to us around us.
Yeah. It's good. Good.
Yeah, that'd be cool if somebody's listening to us while they're in the gym. And look, Zaleski Sports is sitting right next to us. We're listening to them.
You got the Jim Nance and Tony Romo sitting in the gym right now of Milwaukee area.
There you go. Oh, I mean, you can call us that because there's not really anyone else that does video streaming in the Milwaukee area other than, well, W7's more centralized up north. And by the way, let's send prayers Gary's way. Obviously, just had heart surgery.
Yeah, prayers up to him.
So he's out of work for a little bit. But, I love the support he's getting on social media especially. He's getting a lot of support, which is awesome.
I sent my prayers out to him on social media. 1 out of 2 free throws anyways from Litza. But you would imagine right now that Tyler Saxton's telling him, let's go at Litza right now. She's 1 foul away from fouling out, and you could take your best score out just like a snap of a fingers from Thanos.
Oh, I know.
Oh, can't get the roll that time. We've seen a lot of those in and out looks. That time Doyle can't finish.
The funny thing is Litza was right inside there when they went up for that layup.
Going to be a push-off foul that time on Ella Schroeder. 3rd foul on her, 16th foul, 1 more foul. And the Tosa East Red Raiders will head to the line to shoot in the bonus. Got to get something going here for Tosa East.
We're getting, like I said, I talked about that minute mark earlier. Once you get to that certain time, hey.
Oh, good steal that time.
Gotta catch up.
Wasn't paying attention. They have numbers. Oh, good deflection out of bounds that time and awareness from Sadie Kubaki. But that was a great steal that time from Addison Doyle. Dude. My volume on my phone, I don't know what it is, but it keeps going up randomly.
There must be some ghosts in this gym or something.
Is it the great legend Bob Euchre?
Yeah, he's
you got to listen to yourself call the game.
Yeah, Euchre is listening to us right now. He listens to us every game now.
Like, why do I keep hearing that? I know hearing that too.
And I turned mine down. I swear I did.
I turned mine off too, as a mid-range shot is good. Sadie Kurbaki with their first 2 of the night, and they got to keep that press going on as they cut the deficit down to 8 now. They got to just keep chiming that in. But the 3-pointers have been the killer in the second half for Brookfield East, making those on the drive, blow by. Oh, almost an and 1 that time from Pierkowski. Kenzie Hawk commits her 2nd foul. This has been a really fun girls basketball game we're covering tonight here. We've had 2 great girls basketball games. We would want to get more on, obviously, as the playoffs arrive soon for the girls basketball season.
Yeah, we haven't heard from higher up yet if we'll have girls basketball playoffs on in the Milwaukee area.
For playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we didn't have the...
Toilet bowls in for Josie Pierkowski.
Yeah, we didn't have girls volleyball on in the playoffs, so...
We'll see, though.
It depends
you never know.
It depends what the schedule looks like in the fees right around that time. And it's probably going to be just one school.
Their playoffs start towards the end of February too, right?
It might be later this year.
Their state basketball is middle March, right?
Yeah, it's a week later. Everything this year.
State boys basketball right around my birthday.
Yeah,
or around my 20th.
Well, we're gonna have the whole arena sing "Happy Birthday" to you.
The day before.
Yep.
On state championship Saturday, the 22nd.
We're going to have the whole Cole Center sing happy birthday to Elijah after the D1 state championship. Before we go home.
I'd feel honored. I mean, that would be an honor.
That's what we're going to do.
That would be the best birthday gift I could ask for at that point. Anyways, going to the line to shoot 2 free throws is Linda Kalambula. See, this good thing we have rosters because half of the time I can't even read my own handwriting.
Oh, same here. It's a Zaleski Sports Milwaukee problem.
All right, the ghost hasn't turned on my sound again, thankfully, lately. But you never know what could happen in the last couple minutes here. Got to imagine that Tosa East got to start trying to go for some steals now. Down by 10 with 5:45 left to go in the game.
And Litza has to play careful basketball, too, though. That's the thing. She can't, play aggressive because what they call a foul on her, even if it's not a foul, then you're done for the night. So,
and you look at this too. Me and you were talking about this in the last commercial break. Talk about the last week and a half on the Zaleski Sports Network. If the girls could hold on tonight, beating a great team in Tosa West boys basketball and possibly beating arguably one of the best teams in the state. Good on the drive that time. but a miss. Litza going to look to go fast. They got numbers across court on the left side of the layup. Oh, no. Can't get the... You got to make those, Ellie Dupre. That's why you got to work on those layups in practice.
Yeah. And the athletic director, Ben Westphal, if they get the win tonight, he's going to say, why don't you be here every game? Other than the Germantown loss, which was by a couple of points for the boys team.
Was it 2-1?
Yep.
It would be 2-1 if they could hold on here tonight.
Yeah. So he'll be like, hey, why don't you come back more often?
So the press still on for Tosa East. But you got to figure.
Look at this. Look at this.
Great pressure. Their bench trying to hype them up a little bit now. Fast break opportunity in the paint. Going up on the left side. And that's what they can do is break up the press. Pierkowski, 7 points in the second half, and their largest lead is skyrocketing up to 12 now.
Okay, I'm going to say this is a color commentator, but Tosa East is officially in danger of losing their winning streak. There's under 5 minutes remaining. You're still down by 12 points.
They're going to be taking. They might be taking off from the land of a beating soon.
Yeah, so they got to do something now if they're going to do it.
On the drive, a floater. Oh, there's just been a lid all night tonight for Tosa East. As Emma close, just getting close on those shots, but 4:26 left to go. Tyler Saxon going to call a timeout. We're in the danger zone, folks. Tosa East in danger of their first loss, but we'll find that out after this on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck with you here tonight. Thank you guys for joining us for girls basketball in the Milwaukee, high school girls basketball in the Milwaukee area, and we had a thriller tonight here and a potential upset brewing. Oh, what a cross-court pass.
Looking like Aaron Rodgers out
here. That's what I was about to say, in the paint, and it pays off anyways with the layup. Maya Kovacic, she's just been the leader in the second half, just like she has been with 16 on the night, 10 in the second half. A three-point shot, they need that one to fall. Big three-point shot.
That was huge.
From Ellie Dupre with 9.
It did it again.
The ghost is back.
What the heck?
It went all the way up, too.
I know. I could hear.
A three-point shot on the other end. No good.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Fighting for the ball. And is that on?
No. I mean, it's
it's going to go back to Tosa. They're going to call it jump ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get another big bucket here. How about this? I'm gonna let the ghost take a break right now, and I'm gonna turn off the stream on my phone.
There you go.
It's weird because nothing's touching it. It's
I
like
know.
actually a ghost. Gonna kick it outside. Looking to go 2 for 2. Oh, two big-time threes from Ellie Dupre. And just like that, we're back to a single-digit lead.
We might be seeing
6
something
straight
here.
buckets and a steal. Oh, steal from Litza. Oh! And it's going to stick with Tosa East. A huge break.
Mary Berg's hand went on the ground.
You got to imagine a 3 right here from Tosa East. Their bench is going to explode. It would be a 9-0 run if they could get one here, but I would even take a bucket here. Anything.
Oh, yeah.
What was a 14-point lead down to 8. Micaiah Litza taking it up the floor. They're a 17-0 team. They're always sleepers down the stretch. Litza going up. Ooh. Mary Berg really wanted that one to fall. That would have been something.
Oh, yeah, because she makes that free throw with that falling. It's a 5-point game. So
you don't know if she's going to hit her free throw.
Yeah, well,
she's a good free throw shooter, though. Well,
yeah.
Hopefully not the announcer jinx, but for the sake of how this game's close. But
never know.
She's missed one already today, and she makes the first free throw. Litza was 16 on the night, leading the way for them. See, she could connect to make it a 6-point game. She does.
Oh, boy.
Here you go. Buckle those seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a roller coaster ride in the finish, just as we expected. 2 top teams in the Greater Metro. Winner keeps control of the conference. On the drive, blow by, and the layup. Too easy Maya Kovacic says, and she's been doing that all night. 18 with 12 in the second half and a little bit too fast in the turnover. And you got to imagine that momentum. That momentum went from that 8-0 run from Tosa East, and the roller coaster shifting right back to Brookfield East on the momentum meter. Steal that time from
Litza. No,
not Litza.
Oh.
That was someone else. Litza makes the layup. That was Mackenzie Hawk on the steal.
Man, look at this, though. 2:45 is a lot of time.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. It's not.
You got to be able to start the fast break. Ooh, just able to stay in bounds. Good execution from Hannah Christensen to keep that one in. 6-point game.
I can't imagine what Brookfield East's coach is like.
Be careful
right now.
once again. The leading scorer, I'm going to bring that back up. Micaiah Litza, 4 fouls on the night. They go inside on the drive. What's up?
Personal fouls on Cassie Krause, her fourth, 7th team. Maya Kovacic for 2.
Maya Kovacic will head to the line for 2 free throws. We had,
come on over,
should I say?
Come on over, kid. Ask us a question while we're on the air.
I'm sure our fellow colleagues on Zaleski Sports can relate though to that sometimes.
I didn't know we put the sign out. Q&A with under 2:25 remaining.
But Maya Kovacic is having herself a second half to put the lead back up to 8. 14 in the second half to go along with her 20 on the night.
Yeah, they're going to roll the basketball. They don't want the clock to start.
Smart. I see NBA teams doing that now too, so a good note. Good high IQ awareness from the inbounder.
Take notes, NBA. I'm kidding. They already do it.
Kaya Litza on the drive with the right hand floater.
Perfect.
She gets it back to 6. They've cut it down to 6. They just cannot cut it down to even more. But that's a big steal here would be huge. Good double team right there.
I thought the hands.
It throws it out of bounds and it's going right back. Look at Mary Merck fired up with her team.
She goes, I want it.
A three-pointer could cut this to a one-possession game.
She goes, I want that 18-game winning streak. I wouldn't blame her either,
that's
though.
What I said right before this game. This is like a heavyweight fight. Both teams, who it's going to come down to that last punch. And they're a heavy pressing team, especially when they're losing. This is very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from them early on this year. Litza, she's been on takeover mode here all game long.
Almost
on the drive. Litza going up, no foul call, gets a rebound, kicking it right back off. Mid-range jumper is true. 4-point game. Sadie Kerbaki cuts us to a 4-point game, and now you got to almost imagine Brookfield East starting to enter a little bit of a danger zone. Yeah. They got a little numbers here across court. Christensen was ready, and now you got to try to get a steal on the drive. Kovacic loses the ball, and she's out of bounds. It's going to go right back to Tosa East.
This is something here. I don't know, Elijah. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Thriller.
I wouldn't count Mary Berg out just yet.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
I wouldn't count her team out yet.
So here we go. Micaiah Litza try to cut the lead down. A 14-4 run. Litza driving in. Owen up. Strong with the right hand. Can't get that. It's a huge miss. But the jump ball puts the ball right back into the hands.
I'm going to hop off, ladies and gentlemen. Great talking with.
And the ball will go back as a timeout is called. We'll stay here with you guys in the final 8 left to go on Zaleski Sports. Number 2 ranked Tosa East saying we're not done just yet. They were down by as much as 14 with 6 minutes left, cutting the lead down to 4 on a 14-4 run in the last 4 minutes. A really big game with you tonight. We want to remind you at the end of this game, I will be going down to the court and interviewing our Nasonville Dairy player of the game, as well as the winning coach. Right now, we just don't know what that is. Mary Merck's squad has been getting those steals and really playing this one out in this last few minutes of this fourth quarter. That just shows how great of a team Tosa East is. They are 17-0 for a reason, and they want to try to keep it that way. But I think you got to almost say it was Tyler Saxton's lead and Brookfield East deficit just high enough for them to kind of keep that lead going. But you got to be very careful on this press. The forced turnovers on the double teams and lazy passes down the court have really forced Tosa East to get back into this game. And another big thing is you got to make your free throws if you're Tosa East to finish this one off, or for Brookfield East. So here we go, taking up the floor. They got numbers here, a 2-on-1. Gonna swap back outside now. Mayerberg telling them to pressure it up. I think at some point you got to start fouling soon and try to hope you can start to miss some free throws, and now they do. With 49.5 left to go in the game. Big free throws coming up. A third personal foul on Ellie Dupre. So, some huge free throws coming up right now for Josie Pierkowski. It's a one-on-one free throw, and she makes the first, a huge make. Makes both free throws. This game's not completely over just yet. I'll turn this on. Second free throw, no good. And a rebound to Tosa East. They can still cut the lead down to 3 or 2 right now. Kicking outside. A huge three-point shot is good! A 2-point game and a big three. She has been the hot hand in the second half. Ellie Dupre. The danger zone has been entered for Brookfield East. Almost said Brookfield Academy. 30.7 seconds left to go. If you were to tell me 7 minutes ago that this game would have been a 2-point game with 30 seconds left, I would have called you crazy. So now some huge free throws coming up for, let's see. It's another one-on-one free throw here. I think it's a huge first free throw made from, I think it's Addison Doyle, I think. Can she make the second one? She does. Ice in her veins to make it back to a 2-possession game. 4-point lead. Micaiah Litza driving in, inside. Gotta find a look here. Oh, I would call a timeout. Yeah, timeout Mary Merg. 21.2 seconds left to go. We don't know a winner yet, folks. We'll stay with you here. But we've got a thriller. We want to do a little bit of recap of the game. The defense and 2-3 zone has been the factor in that first half. 23-20, Brookfield East led at the half. And then to start the second half, Tyler Saxton's squad has really kept that momentum up until that 7-minute mark in that second half. But that's really led us up to this point here where these Tosa East Red Raiders haven't given up yet without a fight. And that's why they're undefeated for a reason. They're going to get the ball under the basket. And a three here would be super huge. And if you hit the three here, I would call the timeout. Mary Merg's got 3 more timeouts remaining to kind of discuss the defensive game plan. You can't do that in high school basketball after a shot, as you're going to get the ball on the inbound. They're going to kick it outside. Wide open shot. The hot end. Oh, no good. That's the right idea for Dupree. And now they're going to have to play the foul game even more. That was a really good execution off the off-ball screen to get a wide open look for your hot hand in the second half, Ellie Dupree. And now you can kind of take a deep breath now if you're Brookfield East a little bit now. Still not fully over just yet, but got to hit these free throws again if you're Addison Doyle. The first free throw is good. Doyle 3 for 3 on her last 2 trips. Make it 4 for 4. Like I said, ice in her veins once again. 6-point lead. They got to hit a 3 right now. Litza on the drive. She's going to go for the quick 2. And, that ball took forever to go down. That's not what you wanted if you were Mary Merg and Tosa East. Litza up to 23 points on the night. She hasn't fouled out. But I would imagine you would need an absolute prayer if you want to win this game if you're Tosa East. Got to get a steal right away, hit a 3, call another timeout. Try to foul and hope they miss a couple pair of free throws and take it down the floor and maybe tie or take the lead. All of that in 6 seconds just sounds crazy. But 54-50, Brookfield East, I think they may have just had a big enough lead to hold on and pull off the upset and possibly hand the first loss of the season to Tosa East. I mean, we're almost in February, man, and we're talking about a team that hasn't had a loss yet. But this could be their first loss of the season tonight here live on Zaleski Sports. History in the season, I should say. Possibly. I mean, there's 6.1 seconds left to go. We've seen a lot of crazier things happen. But you gotta, if you're Tosa East, you gotta go up and get a quick shot here. Or even actually Brookfield East. They're going, I bet you they're doing the verticals play right now that I run. Yeah, they're doing the full court play and just, you gotta foul, you gotta foul, you gotta foul, you gotta foul. Oh, I think you fouled too late. 2 seconds off the clock down to 4 seconds, and that might do it, folks. Brookfield East on the verge of upsetting number 2 ranked Tosa East and technically number 1 in the WISP Sports rankings. And they could just hand them their first loss of the season. First free throw is good from Maya Kovacic. Second free throw is good. Free throws have been key. 4 seconds left. All they got to do is hold it out. They're going to take one last shot. That shot is good at the buzzer, but that'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, an upset. Tosa East falls for their first loss of the year to one of their conference rivals, Brookfield East, and a big win for head coach Tyler Saxton's team. I'll be right back and go down and get the team and interview head coach Tyler Saxton and our head coach or highlight house player of the game after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada.
Back here on Zaleski Sports for our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Brookfield Central, number 11, defeats, or Brookfield East. We've had a lot of Brookfields on lately, but Brookfield East defeats Tosa East 56-53. We're joined right now by head coach Tyler Saxton. Coach, this was a really big win for the girls tonight. Just talk to me about what you liked on the execution tonight.
I thought defensively we knew our assignment really well. We knew, who the scorers are. We know what they're trying to do to us, and I thought the girls executed that pretty well. I mean, it's a really good team, and we did our job. And the defense end for me was my proudest part of the game.
Talk to me about how you guys turned it around from that last matchup. I looked at how you guys did it. You guys were close in that first half last time out and then kind of went away. What was like the biggest adjustment from last time around to this time?
Now, we went in the locker room after that game and we talked about this is a long season. And, you're not measured by your first or even your last regular season game. It's measured how you're playing in playoffs. And our goal is just to keep getting better. So there wasn't a ton. We had some, obviously, we scout and do things, but we're just a better team than we were then.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Great win tonight. We're joined right now by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Maya Kovacic. Really great game for you guys tonight. Just tell me about what was the execution for you guys on the court?
I mean, like he said, a big part of it was defense. Just the growth from the last game. I mean, not just defense, but rebounding. We got out-rebounded like 60-20 last game, and the fact that we were able to make that adjustment, box out, just get after it, was huge for us.
And the thing to mention is you guys turned the ball over a lot last time they faced it off. Just talk about how you guys were able to adjust in that second half, going back into that locker room and just trying to finish the job against a team that was undefeated.
I mean, it's not just from the locker room. Since that last game, we've been having our practice players just going at us because we knew that this was going to happen, and we knew that we had to be strong with the ball. And so it's that work in practice that's really gotten us here.
Before I let you go, we do a fun thing here for our Highlight House player of the game. I'm going to give you the mic, and you're going to look up at that camera up there, and then you're going to say your full name, and I'm in the house.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
My name is Maya Kovacic, and I'm in the house.
Great game tonight, Maya.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. All right, that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, from Brookfield East. Tonight's final 56-53. Brookfield East, number 11, defeats Tosa East. I made sure to say it right that time. That was a really great finish. The first loss of the year for Tosa East. So this has been a really great thriller here on Zaleski Sports. We're going to be back at Franklin High School on Friday for Franklin versus Racine Case. But other than that, it's been Elijah Vinxalot and Matt Peck signing off here on Zaleski Sports.